Zealand, a land of extremes, where the backdrops are spectacular and adrenaline is the name of the game. Round 4 of the World Rally Championship should feel very much at home here. Round 3 in Mexico saw a shift in the balance of power with a 1-2 for Ford. New Zealand sees the launch of the 2004 Focus. Francois Duval and Marco Martin's confidence must be sky high.
Mexico was good, but now that's history and we are moving on to New Zealand, and I think we should be able to do a very good job here as well.
In contrast, Peugeot had a nightmare in Mexico. With a catalogue of technical problems with the 307.
We can fight for a win here if the car works, I think, but it will not be easy, but we have still to improve and it will come.
Grönholm has won here in 3 of the last 4 years. If the Peugeot performs for him, a 4th win would equal the record of Carlos Sainz. Sainz's Citroën teammate Sébastien Loeb, winner of 2 rounds so far, is looking forward to getting his teeth into a rally that's one of the drivers' favourites.
It's a very fast race, a lot of fast turns and some wide parts, so you can slide at high speed, and that's very exciting.
And it should suit Subaru's Peter Solberg, despite the faltering start of his defence of the World Drivers' title. In this year's Drivers' Championship, Marco Martin's win in Mexico puts him level on points with Sébastien Loeb. Grönholm is 3rd, with Francois Duval now 4th. Duval and Martin's performances have seen Ford rise to the top of the manufacturer's classification. Rally New Zealand takes place on the country's North Island, with its headquarters in the city of Auckland, which is home to 1 million of New Zealand's 4 million inhabitants. The crews head north on days 1 and 2 to a service park at Paparoa and the first 17 stages. And then south on Sunday for the last 6 stages around Raglan, including the spectacular Wanga Coast, where the rally meets the Tasman Sea.
For most of the crews, it's been a long journey to get here, but the welcome is warm. A Maori greeting for the defending world champion and rally's travelling circus. 2 2-kilometre-long super special stages mark the start of competitive driving. Peter Solberg and Marco Martin, the 2-stage winners, with Solberg taking an early overall lead. These short, sharp stages are run to wow the crowds and are rarely decisive. But the drama provided by the first super special stages in New Zealand was a tragedy for Mitsubishi. Both cars failed to make it to the start of the second run-through, and both retired. That after the team had high hopes of making steady progress in this event.
I think we have an electric problem, but I don't know what's happened exactly, and we try hard to start the car, but we cannot.
The morning after the night before, Mitsubishi are already packing their bags.
It's a disaster not having one car on the real first day, but things can happen. But one has to give us time. I think we need at least a year to be really closer to the top and to show some good results. And that's, I think, what everyone needs with a new car.
So, without Mitsubishi, the crews head for what's supposed to be the first real test of the rally. The championship leader, Sébastien Loeb, is first onto the stage. And on gravel, that's a challenge. His first passage through the stage is hampered by the loose surface. And as he drives, he's clearing the road for those behind him. The new evolution of the Zara has had an unremarkable debut at this early point. Loeb is 9th overall. Marco Martin and co-driver Michael Park follow him out. And they continue the process of sweeping the road. After a smashed windscreen in the super special stage, Martin had to have a sliver of glass removed from his eye by the team doctor. Not an auspicious start on the first competitive outing for the latest version of the Focus. Second place in Mexico was Francois Duval's best ever finish. He's high on confidence in New Zealand. And he has the benefit of a cleared road. He's quicker than his senior teammate on stage 3 and equal fourth overall. Marcus Gronholm's 3 wins in New Zealand prove his mastery of these fast-flowing roads. And he too is held by the tracks left by Martin alone. He's dramatically faster, a full 17 seconds quicker than Loeb, no doubting the sheer pace of this event. But Petter Solberg leads after the super special stages. He's picked up where he left off in Mexico. Remember, he won 9 of the 15 stages there.
10 short hairpin right tightens.
Now, he's just half a second ahead of second place Marcus Gronholm. Can he extend that lead?
Opens 200.
It looks as if it's going to be very close. The 2 most recent world champions posting exactly the same time. Solberg remains ahead overall. And Carlos Sainz can't match that time. He's struggling in the new Zara. Slower than Loeb, but it's not the road sweeping that's holding Sainz up. He's got a problem with his brakes, and on fast stages that hits confidence. And affects his time. He's down in 10th. The absence of the Mitsubishis and the relative sluggishness of the Citroens gives non-works drivers the chance to shine. Young Swede Daniel Carlson, in his privately entered Peugeot, does just that. He's 3rd fastest on the stage and up to 6th overall. If Harry Robbenpera doesn't watch out, there'll be competition with his drive in the 307. So, how's he rising to that challenge? Well, the new 307's already demonstrated that it's fast. Robbenpera is able to use the car's power to good advantage, running as he is, late on the cleared roads. He started the day equal 5th. He's up to 3rd after stage 4. Another man with an eye on a works drive is Henning Solberg. He's Petter's brother and is 7th overall coming into this stage ahead of Loeb and Sainz. But now he's struggling to hold the racing line. His rally is over, thanks to that collision with a tree stump.
Sorry, couple.
All fine with Solberg Jr. though. His lead over Marcus Gronholm, 3.6 seconds. It's been a good day so far for Harry Robbenpera in 3rd, but it's been a struggle for Sebastian Loeb. He's down in 8th.
Stunning scenery and spectacularly fast stages. That's the character of this rally. And for Loeb, life's starting to look up. He's closer to the pace, the road sweeping costing him less time, and he's creeping up the leaderboard, 6th after stage 5. And things are looking up for Marcus Gronholm too. He's bullish and committed, and on this twisty technical section you can see how he uses the camber of the road to carry more speed through the corners. It's a true driver's rally, and Gronholm has the talent and the aggression to enjoy it to the full. He posts the fastest time, threatening Petter Solberg's lead. Solberg has a narrow cushion of 3.6 seconds. He's notched up 2 stage wins, on fire in New Zealand, and almost literally, fumes in the car caused by the spare tyre heating up have made his eyes stream, and he's under pressure from Gronholm. It doesn't look like he'll be able to retain that lead. 5.6 seconds slower on the stage, and now Gronholm's ahead by 2 seconds overall.
Car went to be very... It was moving too much.
A melting spare tyre caused by an overheating exhaust, proving costly for Solberg.
Petter, you're setting quick times, but a bit of a problem in the car for you this morning with your eyes. What happened?
Oh, just a fume from the rear, who's coming inside of the car, and I get some tears when I'm driving, but they will sort it out when I'm coming in now. So just bad fume.
Marcus, rally leader, how's it been for you?
Not so bad. Quite good. Quite happy with the car now, but still it's not 100% fantastic. But we know that it will be, I don't know when, in few rallies.
Sebastian, not the start you wanted. What happened out there?
It happens that we were first on the road this morning, and during the recce it was very wet, but the sun has gone out before the start of the stages, and we had not a lot of grip. I think we have to try to find other setting, but to be first on the road was, I think, a handicap this morning.
Sebastian Loeb is now in 6th, behind the 2 Fords of Duval and Martin. But the real battle is for the lead, with Petter Solberg now just 2 seconds behind Marcus Gronholm.
So on to stage 6, a rerun through stage 3, and Marcus Gronholm has the chance to consolidate his lead.
Oh, the line on that last corner shows that he's trying very hard. This is true commitment for Marcus Gronholm. And he's really on the limit. But now he's gone a little too far.
We have rolled in the last corner. We have rolled the car. Turn it around! Round! Turn it around! Quickly!
He's come in too quickly, he's cut the corner, he's clipped the bank, and just momentum flips the car over.
Push!
With a little help from the gathered photographers, once they've got their shots, he gets back on the road, but has lost 39 seconds. And that gives Petter Solberg the opportunity to regain the rally lead, which he duly does. Never more at home than on gravel, he's relishing these wonderful stages. He's 14.5 seconds quicker than on his first run-through, but he isn't the fastest man out there. That accolade belongs to Peugeot's Harry Rovanperä. He claims his first stage win since Cyprus last year and moves up to 2nd overall. Meanwhile, his teammate's in the wars, cutting his hand on the car's damaged bodywork. But looking at the state of the 307, he's lucky to still be in the rally. It's been a stage to forget for Gronholm.
So Harry Rovanperä is now the leading Peugeot driver. Gronholm's mistake sees him drop to 4th place behind Marco Martin. He's now 36.4 seconds behind the new leader, Petter Solberg.
The longest stage of the event, named in memory of New Zealand rally legend Possum Bourne, who died last year. It combines stages 4 and 5, and so is familiar territory for Sebastian Loeb. The racing line's been cleared of loose gravel by the day's earlier passes, and that's an improvement for him. The red light on the telemetry system is the foot brake. In addition to the all-out speed in New Zealand, there are some twisty sections like this, where Loeb has to use his brakes. He uses them to set the car up for the corners, as well as simply to slow down. Loeb's 3rd fastest on the stage and moves up to 5th. Marco Martin's also helped by the cleared surface. But he has chosen a tyre compound that's too soft. Over nearly 50 kilometres of dry gravel, his tyres are wearing down, and he loses time. After that roll on the previous stage, Marcus Gronholm is having an open-air experience. There's no glass in that passenger window. Despite the dust and the damage, he's fast. He moves up to 3rd place on the leaderboard, and Gronholm's aggressive driving shows you can make up time on this rally. Even when the car looks more like a candidate for scrap heap challenge than the WRC.
How was the stage and how's the car?
Okay, it's not perfect, but
I was trying. Timo, you're looking very dusty.
Yeah, my eyes are full of dust and nose and mouth. Not nice.
Well, as we've just seen, this is a rally where confident driving can really pay dividends.
Exactly, and experience is all important. But as we ride on board with Hirvan, and this is a classic piece of New Zealand road, you just look how the car's angle changes through all of these corners. And if you get it wrong, that's the section. You can fly straight off the road.
But on this rally, gravel's a big issue as well, isn't it?
Well, Loeb's first on the road, and he's got the most gravel. He's braking earlier, he's got to be careful and not sideways. But look at Martin, now he's braking a bit later, but he keeps well to the right on the heavy gravel. That's not a good line, and just look how sideways he is as he exits. Now Brunham's got it right, he's just setting the car up on the brakes on the cleaner line. Look how straight he is there, not sideways, and whoa, that's fast through that corner.
So far, Petter Solberg must have got most things right. After all, he's the rally leader. But now he has a battle on his hands. Behind him, a driver who's found his rhythm and is on the attack. Harry Rovanperä says he's feeling far happier with the car's setup, and he's happy too with the event. He has had 2 podium finishes in New Zealand. Now Solberg, remember, has a 10.6 second lead. Rovanperä looks to be going quicker, but can he do enough? Yes, he can. Rovanperä takes the lead.
Marcus still very much in the fight, but what happened out there?
No, it was stage 6, the last corner. I was cutting too much inside, and the car went on 2 wheels, and I couldn't stop it. We rolled.
You like a roll here, had one last year, but you went on to win. What about this year?
I hope we can do the same.
Well, Harry, it's been quite a while since you've led a rally and won 2 stages in a row. How do you feel?
Feeling is, of course, it's very good, but okay, now it's end of first leg, and we have 2 days more, but everything looks good now.
Petter, you've been quick today, but not quite quick enough.
Well, I've been quick, but just on these very long stages we have dropped at the end. We have lead, we are completely in the top halfway. We are in front of Marcus with 3, almost 4 seconds, but at the end we're just dropping too much because of the tyres a little bit too soft.
Harry Rovanperä leading now. It's been a while since Harry's led a rally.
Yeah, but we'll see how long it lasts.
So Petter Solberg sounding confident ahead of the 2 short super special stages that end the day. True to his word, in the head-to-head with Rovanperä, he regains the lead, 4.4 seconds quicker. An incredible 2 seconds a kilometre faster over the first run-through.
And on the second run-through the Manukau Super Special, Solberg took a further 1.6 seconds out of Rovanperä. His lead now 5 seconds. Grönholm ends the day in 3rd, with Marco Martin just 0.2 seconds behind him. Sebastian Loeb is 5th, while his teammate Carlos Sainz has made no impact so far. Petter Solberg and Harry Rovanperä are fighting it out for the lead, but they've got the heavyweight trio of Marcus Grönholm, Marco Martin in the Ford Focus, and Sebastian Loeb queuing up behind.
It's an early start in Rally New Zealand because of the unique mill-pieced recce system being used here.
Okay, number 3.
Crews have to do their final recce and make their last-minute pace note changes on the same day as they drive the stages.
The old system that we used to have, most of the work was done in the bedroom after our 2 days of recce. But here, unfortunately, we have to do it in situ on event. So we have to go out now in a minute, get back in the recce car, do some recce, and then try and find the time to tidy up the notes before we actually have to go and drive the stage in anger. The driver might see the road completely differently now. It's 2 days after we saw the first pass, so we might have a lot of changes, and then it might get tight.
It's a cost-cutting exercise, reducing the number of recce days and doing away with the need for gravel crews. But with the increased pressure on drivers and co-drivers, the decision has been a controversial one.
We hope it's a one-off. I guess that you've got to try things before you can say it doesn't work. And we haven't completely finished yet, but for me it doesn't work.
So, as Marco Martin sets off to make the most of time remaining before the stages start, Michael Park uses his time to make those final changes to his pace notes. Less than 2 hours later, and all the crews are out on the stage again. This time in anchor.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So Phil Mills reading the pace notes as Petter Solberg tries to extend his narrow lead over Harry Rovanperä. The defending world champion tends to push harder on the second and third days of rallies. And Rovanperä isn't matching his own impressive pace from day one. He lost the lead in last night's super special stages, and that late disappointment seems to have set the tone for day two. Rovanperä's nearly 10 seconds slower than Solberg over stage 10.
How's the stage gone? No, it's not going well. It's perhaps I'm sleeping or something. It's too careful. Time is not so good.
And Sebastian Loeb has time to make up after ending day one an undistinguished fifth. 182 kilometres per hour down the fast straight, the new Citroen's not lacking top-line speed. Loeb's much farther down the road order on day two, and that gives him a realistic chance of starting to make an impact. Marco Martin too is benefiting from a better road position. 4 kilometres per hour slower on the straight, but across the 25 kilometre stage, Martin's 2-litre turbocharged Ford is quicker than the Citroen.
30 crest.
And Martin doesn't back off. He simply takes off. But even so, with Martin, fast is never fast enough.
We tried really hard, and okay, first 18-20 kilometers it's okay. The last 5-7 k is very difficult to find the grip and keep the speed, so I don't know.
Now Marcus Gronholm in third is under threat from Martin. Gronholm, of course, lost all that time with his ball on stage 6. And as day two starts, he's on the charge. Gronholm's just a fifth of a second ahead of Martin. And Martin fairly flew through here. But Gronholm certainly isn't holding back.
Oikein nopea, kirraa.
It looks as if this might be close.
Vasen täys. Maali.
He wins the stage and widens that narrow gap between himself and
stage is clear
place.
for Markus.
This stage gives a real sense of the speed of the rally. Let's look now at how the fastest four over stage 10 performed.
Now all these cars are new for this year, but look at the sheer grunt of the Peugeot engine. It really comes into its own in the higher gears. But what's interesting to me is the performance of the Subaru. The engineers have improved their car's power. It used to run well off the pace in these kind of comparisons.
And the new Subaru needs all its power in stage 11, as the 307 again shows its pace.
Oikein nopea.
It's another stage win for Marcus Gronholm. He's taken 22.4 seconds out of his second-place teammate Harry Rovanperä, cutting the margin between them to just over 3.5 seconds. At this rate, he's not just threatening his teammate, he really has got Solberg in his sights.
No changes in the top 8 after the first two stages of the day, but Gronholm in third is the man making the moves. Joint championship leaders Marco Martin and Sebastian Loeb are 4th and 5th respectively.
So to Waipu Gorge, dramatic scenery and dramatic driving. Carlos Sainz is still unhappy with the Citroen's setup. The team have made changes overnight, but he feels the car's too twitchy.
Derecha rápida, menos corta en izquierda, abrirse, izquierda.
Sainz, though, is about to get a helping hand from an unexpected quarter. Privately entered focus,
Braking and no grip, slipping fourth gear, right bad pass,
and
wide.
here things start to go wrong and get progressively worse.
left 90, long to stick.
Got a problem.
Okay.
I have no engine, nothing at all.
Okay, pull over. Who do you want to phone, Gavin or Nigel?
Hello. I was driving in the stage and the engine just shut off in 4th gear.
Right, okay, you just turn the master switch off, back on and restart it.
So that's easily resolved. But next on stage is Francois Duval, and after one goal's delay, the Works Ford driver is now caught in the dust clouds raised by that privately entered Ford.
Super one, John, I think we are behind Anthony Warbold. We can't see anything. Stop him, please. Stop him straight away.
The Ford team will be trying to contact Warbold to tell him to pull over.
And go right 90, 2 in. Fine.
But
Go
Warbold's
right
too
90,
busy
2
to
in
answer the
over, crest
phone.
and triple caution.
50 gauche,
Duval
encore
stuck behind him and held to the pace of the less experienced driver.
Oh là 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 là.
It's a disaster for him, and with that blinding dust, he hasn't a hope of safely pushing closer. He was 6th overall, just over 20 seconds ahead of Sainz, but he's lost that position. Ford at this stage dropping a manufacturer's point thanks to the privately entered Ford.
Stefan to Super One, oh là là, what a mess, but okay, clear of stage. Terrible, terrible.
I hope they weren't calling to tell us to pull over for a Ford, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like for the dust or something.
But that is exactly what's happened.
Oh, it's a Ford. It's Duval.
Duval's co-driver Stéphane Prévost's not leaving it to the team bosses. Warbold's feeling the full force of his frustration. Duval's teammate Marco Martin has a better time of it. He's finished the last 2 stages second to Marcus Grönholm, but believes that the new Focus is a winning car, and that he's capable of victory here, on a rally he's started twice before but never finished. He's fastest over stage 12 so far, but he must be worried about the form that Grönholm is showing.
3, 2, 1, aina.
But perhaps Grönholm's now feeling the pressure. That stall will really hurt as he attempts to distance himself from Martin.
In such a close fight, a simple stall at the start cost Marcus Grönholm dearly. Look how much distance he's lost before he restarts, 2 seconds later than Marco Martin. The fault appears to be connected to the launch control system, which gives the best combination of power and traction off the start.
And it doesn't appear to be an isolated problem. It's still plaguing Grönholm as he drives through the stage.
That doesn't sound very healthy. This is going to cost him dearly in traction and in handling.
What with that and the stall, Grönholm's 6-second lead over Martin is fast disappearing. And that's it. He's lost 3rd place to his rival from Ford.
Ihan hiljaa. Joo, sovitaanko näin? Älä vaies ikkuna. Stage is clear for Marcus. Fix, can you phone into the car now, please?
Petter Solberg and Harry Rovanperä still lead the way, even if it's the battle behind them that's fascinating the crowds. Marco Martin has that slim 2.3-second margin ahead of Grönholm. It's not enough to give the Estonian any peace of mind. But the 4 days spent testing the new Focus on gravel in northern Portugal have assured him of the car's potential. He's aiming to distance himself from the Peugeot and eat into Solberg's lead. He gets a 2nd consecutive fastest time. But Marcus Grönholm won't just sit back and watch the top 3 get out of reach. Though he can't match the Ford here, he's only 1.3 seconds slower, and that despite his differential problem. It's a sign of the Finn's sublime mastery that he can challenge against the technical odds. His teammate, Harry Rovanperä, has been losing time to those behind him all morning. And now, at the start of stage 13, is just 1.6 seconds ahead of Martin. Whether it's tyres that are too hard or a loss of confidence, he was forced to retire on day 2 last year. Whatever the cause, he's well off the pace. He's much slower than Martin here. A long way off the Ford driver's time. That's enough to make him slide 2 places to 4th overall. Out in front, though, is Petter Solberg. He's seen off the challenge of Rovanperä and is driving with commendable consistency. He's found a good rhythm on New Zealand's sweeping stages and is hungry to translate his position as rally leader to that of rally winner.
So Solberg is still out on his own, but the morning's big loser has been Harry Rovanperä, who was losing time all morning, finally succumbing to the charges of Martin and Gronholm on stage 13. It requires a complete change of gearbox to solve Gronholm's differential problems, but teammate Harry Rovanperä's difficulties are more mental than mechanical.
I don't know where is the really problem, but it's in loose gravel is I not a good feeling to drive because car going too much sideways and difficult to keep the lines, and I think so that is main problem today morning.
Marco, 2 stage wins for you this morning, up to 2nd. You must be pretty happy.
Today has been a lot better than yesterday, and we are moving in the right direction today. Many stages to go, and we keep trying even harder, I think.
Petter, are you happy with a 25-second lead?
Yeah, well, it's high speed out there now. It's quite tough, and just because the 3 guys is fighting together, and they also want to catch me, all 3 of them, so it's not easy.
The afternoon stages are second passes through the morning's roads. That brings confidence. You can expect even higher speeds. And the duel to watch is that between Ford's Marco Martin and Marcus Gronholm. Martin has the advantage, but it's less than 4 seconds. And he did say in service that he'd been pushing hard all morning. How much more speed can he find?
80.
Martin will need all the pace he can muster to keep Marcus Gronholm at bay. The Finn has had that differential problem resolved and is carrying the fight to Martin. But how much can he cut into Martin's lead? He's certainly quicker. That's just enough. He overhauls Martin to move up to 2nd. And what of the leader, Petter Solberg? Whereas the 2 fight it out behind him, they're eating into his lead. He's 4th over the stage, a stage with those characteristic New Zealand cambers, twists and turns.
A standard car would not handle these kind of roads very well, always drifting wide on tight corners. It's because 75% of the car's weight is over the front wheels.
So how are rally cars different?
They are stripped to a bare shell and totally rebuilt. A 4-wheel drive transmission is added and the gearbox relocated to the centre, shifting weight from the front. A roll cage is fitted for safety and strength, and all in-car equipment is relocated on the floor and to the rear of the car. Then the drivers sit much lower and further back, all this improving the centre of gravity. To finish the job off, ballast is added to the rear underbody protection to complete the redistribution of weight.
So what difference does that make?
Well, the car's now perfectly balanced and allows the driver to commit himself fully round corners.
You still have to know how to handle the car, though, and Marcus Gronholm is a master at it. He's won here 3 times. Again, he's dramatically faster than on his morning run, almost a second a kilometre quicker. And as he did first time, he wins the stage, reducing the margin between himself and Petter Solberg to less than 16 seconds. Carlos Sainz has won this event 4 times, the first way back in 1990. But in 2004 he's back with the rookies, just ahead of Francois Duval and Mikko Hirvonen. Sainz teammate Sebastian Loeb is 5th overall and 3rd on the stage. It's only Citroen's 2nd experience in Rally New Zealand, still a few things to learn. And the same can be said for Mikko Hirvonen in 8th. Subaru's youngster got his first points finish in Mexico. He's no doubt harbouring thoughts of a repeat here.
As things stand, the top 3 look fairly secure on the podium. But the order they'll finish is still very much in doubt. with third place Marco Martin less than 19 seconds off the lead.
So to the final two stages of day 2. Sebastian Loeb improved considerably in the afternoon session. Took his first fastest time and the new Citroen's first fastest time on stage 16, but he still trails the lead by close to a minute. Marco Martin was second fastest on stage 16, but on 17 he was nearly 8 seconds off the pace. But he still looks secure in a top 3 finish. As for Marcus Gronholm, he's pushing hard. Believes that the rally win is well within his reach. But fast as he is, and the Flying Finn deserves his nickname, he has a tendency to make the odd mistake. That only costs him a second and a half to his nearest threat, Marco Martin, but it doesn't help him catch Petter Solberg. And Solberg does have some speed up his sleeve. After a consistent and mistake-free day, he has a flourish. Winning the stage, a timely reminder to those in pursuit that the lead may be slim, the leader is strong.
Opens 50.
So Solberg ends the day with a lead of 19.5 seconds over Gronholm. Marco Martin is just 5 seconds behind in third. Gronholm has been the master of these stages in recent years, but the big question is, can he get the better of Solberg on day 3?
Hopefully yes, but it will be really tight. Okay, I couldn't do a clean rally. I rolled on the first day, so without that we could have been here, but okay, let's see, still it's possible.
It's going to be very tough, and I worked very hard today actually, because I haven't got a proper feeling on this very hard base, because the car was moving a little bit too much. But at the end of the day, we have a lead with 19.5 seconds, so we will see.
Dramatic scenery to match a dramatic climax to the New Zealand rally. Everyone here loves to push things to the limit, and that's exactly what Martin, Gronholm and Solberg have to do if they want to finish on top of the podium in Auckland tonight.
The final day is perfectly poised, promising a tight fight to the wire.
3, 2, 1.
Marco Martin in third is well positioned to take advantage should either of those ahead of him hit trouble. The strong showing Marcus Gronholm's put in will be a major boost for Virgo, especially after their troubles at the start of the season. And he begins the final day with further proof of the car's potential and his own ability, another fastest time. And Petter Solberg must sense the force of Gronholm's determination. That's his first real mistake of the rally. With the battle so close between the top three, he can't afford the slightest misjudgment.
Keep in into early fall. Right bus.
He doesn't look far off Marcus Gronholm's time, but certainly slower.
Short 6 left.
That means his leading margin's cut to just 17.5 seconds.
It was okay. I did a big mistake very early from the start. I almost... So I lost a lot of time there, but overall it went okay, yeah.
Even so, he needs to respond to Gronholm immediately, and he does, taking back 2.5 seconds and posting his 6th fastest time. The message to Gronholm is loud and clear. You're not taking the lead that easily, my friend. So, confirmation of Solberg's 19.9 second lead over Gronholm, with Martin third. The other Ford of Francois Duval's in 7th position as the crews take on one of the best stages in world rallying. Flanker Coast has brought out some experienced drivers. And that rock means trouble. A repair job in the field, these cars are nothing if not tough, and Duval is under strict orders to finish the rally on 3 wheels, if not 4. Harry Rothenberger hit a bank and stalled on stage 19. And here, that rock again. A sense of deja vu perhaps for the watching Duval. Rothenberger loses 53 seconds. And he's starting to feel pressure from the 5th place Sebastian Loeb.
Vasen eri miinus, 2 vasen goal.
Loeb is finally getting the best out of the new Citroen. He posts his 2nd fastest time of the rally and leapfrogs Rothenberger to take 4th. But it's first place for the 4th time in New Zealand that interests Marcus Grönholm.
Ja oikein pirun pitkä hidas kirraa.
But Fanga Coast catches him out too. A little too late on the brakes, sliding wide, and that's the result. The overshoot wouldn't normally be too costly, but he's finding it hard to find reverse. All the time he loses in this incident has managed to affect his attack on the rally leader, Peter
pitkä eri. 150, aika lähellä ainakin.
I was off and I stole the engine and I did everything. I lost my chance here now.
Pleasing news to Peter Solberg, if he's inclined to believe it.
30. Line into early ball. Right first half, rounded in.
On that lead. If he too finds this stage a struggle,
too right.
He's coming now to where Duval went top.
Long, 20.
It's that rock again. Seconds ago, Grönholm seemed out of it, but amazingly, the battle for the lead has back on. And the collision has disabled his power steering. Now he has a fight on his hands as he struggles to steer the car through this twisty stage. Solberg's not going to break any speed records, that's for sure. But will his 20-second cushion be enough? He's lost the lead. Grönholm is now out in front.
That was so unlucky though.
Duval had gone off and pulled the rocker, didn't he? Did you see it?
Something inside it broke the power steering, so we drove 6 or 7 Ks without power steering.
The Rally of New Zealand leaderboard by Arim Marsad confirms how close this fight really is. Marco Martin is still in touch, with Sebastian Loeb 4th and Harry Rothenberger 5th. The final service of the rally resembled something of a wrecker's yard, following all the prangs and bangs of the morning. And it wasn't just the also-rans who were affected.
Marcus, action all the way this morning. What happened to you?
I was trying a little bit too much and braked too late, and then we went straight, stole the engine, and I was there for 15 seconds, but okay. We are still, now we are in the lead anyway, so it's okay.
Do you think you can keep Peter Solberg back? It's just 1 second, that's not a lot.
That's nothing, yes. Everything is open, I don't know.
Over at Subaru, Peter Solberg requires physiotherapy after that battle with his steering wheel, while the car requires major surgery.
Well, I came into a very slow right-hander. It seems like Duval pushed out something, or I'm not sure. And then I just hit it, broke the power steering. I have to back and do a lot of things there. And I drove 8.5 kilometers without power steering.
Can you win?
Yep.
And these fans certainly agree, even if to neutrals the fight is reaching epic proportions. With just 2 stages to go, Marcus Grönholm must sense his 4th Rally New Zealand win. And on stage 21, he doubles his narrow lead to 1.9 seconds. But fate appears to be against him. Under braking, that tight left-hander on stage 22, the car snapped sideways. Yet another frustrating delay.
Okay, we had a spin on the stage in the start and we lost already 20 seconds.
Grönholm's lead now under serious serious pressure, and to make matters worse, news that third-placed Marco Martin has already completed the stage in a pretty quick time. Going into the stage, Gronholm was 13.8 seconds ahead. They're equal, incredible, exactly level.
Stage is clear for Marcus, but we had the spin in the start because the handbrake was on.
Giving Petter Solberg a chance to regain his lead. He's on dynamic form, proving in a field of 2004 cars that the new Subaru has power aplenty. He's already clawed back Gronholm's 2-second lead.
Into 6 left minus give in.
Solberg is again the rally leader. With just one stage left, 10 drivers' points must be within his reach.
Solberg's lead looks healthy, but with so many incidents so far today, this rally is still up for grabs. Petter has to hold off 2 of the WRC's fastest drivers for 29 more kilometres.
On the first run through Fanga Coast, Solberg lost the lead. Can lightning strike twice? There are 2 drivers on his tail now, and Marco Martin must fancy his chances of second place at least.
Well, he might fancy it, but he'd have to be faster than he's been so far today.
The flying fin really is flying.
Oh, he's really on the throttle early in that corner. A little sideways on the exit. Yeah, he's definitely on a mission. Oh, look at that. 9 seconds quicker. That's Martin out of the way, and I think he could possibly pass Solberg at this pace. His boss must be happy with that split time.
And what about the leader? What's Solberg doing then?
Well, he's certainly driving to win, and I can guarantee he's not going to give up his 16-second lead that easily. Well, he's slower, but what's the difference? He's got a 10-second cushion with 15 k's to go.
So what do you think? Can he hold on?
Well, he will be getting these split times from his team. It's totally up to him. The question is, does he have any extra speed in reserve?
10 seconds, so he's more than 1 second a kilometre.
Martin looks as if the podium position is more important than challenging too hard and making a mistake. He's safely through.
And now we just have to wait for Gronholm.
Thank you. Thank you.
And here comes Gronholm.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing his time. I'm sure it's going to be something really special.
Vasen nopea. 5 ja vasen pitkä hidas.
Oh, look at that sideways over the finish. That's 19.7 seconds quicker. That's a thrashing for Martin.
But will it be good enough to beat Solberg and claim a first win for the 307?
2 left last Titan.
Well, he's still slower, but what's the difference? Remember the gap was 16 seconds.
20.
He's won.
Well done. I don't know. We lost a lot of the NFL.
He doesn't even know he's won yet.
Well done. I don't want to say anything yet. Did we do it or not? Yes!
I'm knackered.
Petty have been made to work really hard from it, and it was only 5.9 in the end.
Yeah, but I had the splits in the car, and my tires are really shagged, and it's really hard.
Here's confirmation of the results. Gronholm's laid charge not enough to take victory away from Solberg. Further down, Loeb finishes 4th, Rovanperä 5th, and Carlos Sainz 6th. And this is how that translates into championship points. A triumphant end to a rally that's kept the fans on the edge of their seat throughout.
It's been even very exciting for me also, actually.
10 points for the championship, that's not bad too.
Not bad, not bad. We need that. We need that to win the championship again.
That win provides a much-needed shot in the arm for Solberg's hopes of retaining his World Drivers' title. Marco Martin is now the outright leader, but only 4 points separate the top 4. In the Manufacturers' Championship, Marco Martin's 3rd place helps Ford stay top of the pile.
Ready, well done.
Thank you.
And the final accolade of the weekend for his first win against the title. Petter Solberg is the Inmarsat star of the rally. the WRC heads back to Europe for round 5, the Cyprus Rally. Solberg had his first win of 2003. He'll be looking forward to it more than anyone. But first, time to enjoy the moment in New Zealand. So it's goodbye from New Zealand. But if you're suffering from rally withdrawal, check out the website at WRC.com. See you in Cyprus.